Albert Einstein was a German theoretical physicist who is known around the world for his work on special and general relativity and quantum research. Although he is best known for his mass-energy equivalence equation, E is equal to mc², he was awarded the 1921 Nobel Prize in Physics for his contributions to theoretical physics, and especially for the discovery of the law of the photoelectric effect. His landmark work on the photoelectric effect gave birth to quantum theory. He is considered as the greatest scientist in history with extremely valuable inventions for mankind. Many documents also say that he was directly involved in the creation of the atomic bomb. Is this actually true? Let's explore with ASK K-pop Entertainment right now. In 1933, while Einstein was visiting the United States, Adolf Hitler came to power in his native Germany. Because he disagreed with the current government, he decided not to return to Germany even though he was a professor at the institute at that time, Berlin Academy of Sciences. He settled in the United States and officially became an American citizen in 1940. At the beginning of the 20th century, radioactive elements were intensively studied in many scientifically developed countries around the world. By 1938, scientists had discovered the nuclear fission of uranium. To summarize, nuclear fission is the breaking of a heavy nucleus into two smaller nuclei, releasing a number of free neutrons and lots of energy. In fact, Einstein did not participate in the research and discovery of nuclear fission. This work was carried out by another group of particle physicists, the greatest of which was Enrico Fermi. The only thing that is scientifically relevant to Einstein is the energy released from this fission reaction to the mass lost in the reaction. That mass is converted to energy whose magnitude is calculated by Einstein's formula E is equal to mc². The E is energy, m is mass and c is the speed of light. Cynthia Kelly, the president of the Atomic Heritage Foundation, said that Einstein's famous discovery of energy and mass set the stage for the most fearsome destructive weapon in human history. However, Einstein certainly did not think his theory was used to make weapons. Einstein did not give any details about the technique of exploiting nuclear energy. He said, "I do not consider myself the father of the release of atomic energy. My part in it was quite indirect." Apparently, even without Einstein's formula, fission still occurs when Fermi bombards uranium nuclei with a neutron, the experiment in which Fermi discovered the fission of uranium. Maybe it's just that one would have to have a harder time calculating the energy released. In reality, though, Einstein still had something to do with the making of the atomic bomb. In 1939, a group of Hungarian scientists, including physicist Leo Szilard, tried to warn Washington that the Nazis were conducting atomic bomb research. However, the group's warning did not draw attention to the political world at the time. In the summer of 1939, several months before the outbreak of war in Europe, Szilard asked Einstein to sign a letter to President Franklin D. Roosevelt to continue to warn America about the atomic bomb. This time, the letter has attracted political attention, thereby pushing the U.S. government to accept permission for research on nuclear weapons. Later, President Roosevelt feared that Hitler might be in possession of the world's first atomic bomb, and with the letter and meeting with Einstein, the United States officially entered the race to develop the bomb, naming the Project Manhattan. Einstein's letter is in effect. Roosevelt established the Advisory Committee on Uranium in October 1939, the same month he received Einstein's letter. This committee then joined the Manhattan Project, which secretly developed 2 atomic bombs dropped on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945, killing about 200,000 people. A few days after the bombing, Japan surrendered to the Allied forces, ending World War II. The United States eventually became the only country to possess an atomic bomb during World War II. These detonations accelerated the end of the Second World War, but presaged the Cold War that dominated the latter half of the 20th century. Although the formula E equals mc squared explains how energy is released in an atomic bomb, it does not guide how the bomb is made. Einstein was not involved in the Manhattan Project to create the atomic bomb. In fact, in 1940, the United States Military Intelligence Service refused to give Albert Einstein the right to participate in this project. The only thing that Einstein did at that time was to send a letter to the President of the United States, Mr. Franklin D. Roosevelt, urging him to do everything possible for the United States to win the arms race before the army spread. Germany successfully researched the potential of uranium and atomic energy. Einstein always considered himself a pacifist, and the act of sending a letter to Roosevelt was only a decision made in a desperate situation, when Germany was researching nuclear energy. The destructive power of 2 bombs dropped on Japan shocked anyone, and among them was Einstein. Although he did not research, design, or participate in any part of the Manhattan Project. But in fact, even without Einstein's letter, the discoveries of the nucleus evidently led to great interest in the application of war to the great powers. Assuming the United States is a little behind in this race and the Germans or Russians build nuclear weapons first, the outcome is unlikely to be any better. Germany never succeeded in building nuclear weapons. Einstein was also not involved in the making of the bomb. He was not allowed to work on the Manhattan Project because it was considered too big a security risk, being both a German and a left-wing political activist. A letter published in 2005 revealed that Einstein wrote to a friend in Japan, "I have always condemned the use of the atomic bomb against Japan, but I could not do anything at all to prevent that fateful decision." Writing for a Japanese magazine in 1952, Einstein said I was well aware of the dreadful danger for all mankind if these experiments would succeed. However, he concluded, I did not see any other way out. Before his death, Einstein shared with his close friend that he regretted signing a letter recommending that the United States research atomic bombs so as to cause a nuclear disaster for Japan and the rest of the world. "I do not consider myself the father of the release of atomic energy. Above is some information so that everyone can better understand the role of Einstein in the birth of fission bombs in particular and nuclear weapons in general.
Thank you for watching our video. To support our channel to make more interesting videos, please like and subscribe to Ask K-Pop Entertainment channel. Bye, and see you in the next videos.